Our speaker today is former Ambassador Richard Schmierer. Originally from New Jersey, Ambassador Schmierer began his diplomatic career in Germany and worked throughout the country on behalf of the United States. In 1997, he gained experience to work in the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. In 2005, he was appointed to Embassy Counselor for Public Affairs in Baghdad, Iraq. In 2008, the Obama administration appointed him Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Near Eastern Affairs. And finally, in 2009, he was appointed United States Ambassador to Oman by President Barack Obama. Ambassador Schmierer now serves as the chairman of the board of directors of the Middle East Policy Council in Washington, D.C., where he joins us from having served for more than 34 years in the U.S. Diplomatic Corps. I met Ambassador Schmierer in 2018, attending a summer course at Georgetown, and I'm pleased to welcome him here today.
To all of you participating in the 2020 Hinsdale Model UN, greetings from Washington, D.C. I'm honored to once again be asked to share some of my thoughts and experiences concerning the role of diplomacy, and in particular how diplomacy can be brought to bear in the Sahel region of North Africa, the focus of your Model UN program this year. As someone who spent almost 35 years as a Foreign Service officer, I had the privilege and honor to represent my country abroad in both Europe and the Middle East. During my career, I witnessed the field of diplomacy expand considerably, both in areas of bilateral diplomacy and in the ever-growing field of multilateral diplomacy. In fact, in a world that every year is becoming more and more a global village, the importance of multilateral diplomacy will certainly continue to increase. Thus, your program, which focuses on the oldest and most important multilateral institution currently in existence, the United Nations, is of particular value for young people, such as yourselves, with an interest in international affairs. One development in the field of diplomacy that I saw during my diplomatic career was the expansion of areas of diplomatic engagement. When the concept of diplomacy first arose, certain key areas such as political, economic, and security issues were the prime focus of diplomatic engagement between nations. But that engagement has now broadened, especially in the realm of multilateral diplomacy. So let me close with a few comments on what this development means for the Sahel region. The Sahel has long faced a shortage of arable land and limited financial resources. Today, political instability and terrorism also impact the region. These already formidable challenges have, moreover, been exacerbated by two developments with global impact: climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic. Both of these phenomena involve areas in which diplomacy has greatly expanded in recent decades. When I entered the diplomatic corps, there was little emphasis on environmental diplomacy or on health diplomacy. Today, both of these diplomatic fields are well established, and diplomats in these areas form a network of experts that enables the international community to address such global issues, including in the Sahel. So as you delve into the world of diplomacy at the Hinsdale Model UN and look at the issues affecting the Sahel region of Africa, I encourage you to set your sights broadly on the many global challenges that your generation will need to address, and to be open-minded and creative as you envision yourselves engaged in the important field of diplomacy in the years ahead. Best wishes for success with your Model UN program.